If going to the shops makes you anxious, you might think that the only way to overcome this is to push yourself and make yourself go. Maybe you try to go when it's quieter. Maybe you try to quickly grab something and get out of it as soon as possible. Or maybe, like my client Anna, you try to avoid shopping altogether. But sometimes pushing through isn't the answer. And in this video, I want to share the simple steps we took to help Anna feel calmer and much more confident going shopping again. What's interesting about Anna, that back in the day, she didn't even think twice about going anywhere. She would ride horses, she would go on trails, she would go fishing, she would go to the beach, didn't have problem to go to any shopping center at all. But suddenly now, when she's in her mid-40s, going grocery shopping feels very scary. And it took her by surprise because she didn't feel this way before. She doesn't feel anxious all the time. She works as a manager in the hospitality industry, very demanding job. She's in charge of a team and she feels very confident doing her work. And when she gets home, she's completely exhausted, but she feels safe at home. And until now, her husband would do the grocery shopping, but when he's not available, she actually needs to go there. And just the thought of going there makes her so anxious. And when she's actually there, even standing in the queue, she feels paralyzed. She feels like she can't breathe, like she's going to faint. And of course, that's really uncomfortable feeling. So she's trying to get out of there as soon as possible. Most people do the mistake of pushing themselves to go to this uncomfortable place. It could be the shop, it could be the shopping center, it could be just going out of the house. But by pushing through, you're actually going against your body reaction and you actually put more pressure on yourself that does not help your anxiety level. It actually makes it worse. So what we did with Anna was actually staying at home and not going to the shops just yet. And we wanted to build a sense of safety in her body. It's called resourcing. It's a method to help you feel safe in the body. And I made a full video about resourcing and you can watch it right here. But if you prefer to read, I created a free PDF you can download from the link below. It's called My #1 Anxiety Relief Tool. So for her resource, what helped her to feel calm and more relaxed, is her dog. It's not enough to just understand what helps us feel calmer. We were trying to also notice what sensations does she feel when she's around her dog. So she described her sensation if the body felt more relaxed, more open, softer, the shoulders drop, she could breathe easily, there was no knots in the stomach, she could feel her feet, she could feel her fingers. If her dog was physically there, I encourage her to pet him very slowly to feel the touch between your fingers and notice the sensations in the body. If the dog wasn't physically there, we would just go to our imagination and notice the sensations in the body. When we slow down and really feel the felt sense in the body, it creates a sense of safety and comfort. And it's important to spend time there, not just noticing it, but actually sink into it. Allow yourself to feel and spend time there as much as possible. So the next step we did after building her resource was imagining going to the shops without getting anything. Just go in and straight away get out. So she knows there is an exit strategy, because when she was at the shop before, her body felt so paralyzed, she couldn't move her legs and she felt very stiff. By still moving our legs and going in and out from the shops, that helped to move through that freeze sensation. So we did that while still staying at home and just imagining in our mind how it feels to go in and straight away out. Don't buy anything, don't get anything, don't talk to anyone, just go in and go out. And we practiced it quite a few times until it became quite comfortable in the body. The important part of it, it's not just imagining that. The important part of it is to slow it down so we can feel the sensations in the body. So if any part of the body feels tense, you can stretch it. If it's the legs, you can maybe wiggle your toes. If your arms feel stiff, maybe you can shake your arms, move your fingers, roll your wrist. So allow that movement, allow that energy to come through. What we tried next was to increasing the time that she spent in the shop. If the previous exercise was just go in and then go out, so this time we would spend around 5 seconds. Just go in, keep moving, do not stop anywhere, and then go out. So we slowly increasing her capacity to be in the shop while feeling calmer and more relaxed. When she felt tight in any situation or any moment, that's okay. We could slow it back down, go to the previous step, and keep practicing that. And what's beautiful about the resource that we built before is we can imagine that the dog is going with us. You can imagine that your resource is here with you. So you always feel supported, and that really helps the body feel calmer. The big mistake people do is they want to go faster. They say, okay, I feel okay in this first level, I want to go to level 10. And it doesn't work this way because the body is not ready for that yet. The body feels tense or anxious from whatever reason. When we go fast, we're missing all the little steps. So we basically did not help ourselves in any way. We almost sabotage ourselves. So go slow. Allow yourself to feel your body in each step of the way. Allow yourself to feel this a bit uncomfortable feeling, and then go to your resource when you feel more comforted and more safe and more supported. This would really help you to grow your capacity to be in a bit uncomfortable situation. And for Anna, for example, just the idea that she could go outside from the shop, that there is a door there that she can use whenever she needs to, that alone helped her to feel much calmer. And another thing, when she stood in the line, don't want to stay with that stiffness, with that freeze sensation. We brought some more energy to it, moving the toes. And that really helps to step out of that anxious mind, go more into the body, and the body feels much less anxious. The third thing we tried after she felt very comfortable with the last 2 steps was to actually go into a shop where it's nice and quiet. Maybe not the grocery shop, just another shop, maybe a clothing shop, toys shop, doesn't matter. Grab something and feel the texture of that product. If it's, let's say, a teddy bear, how big or small it is, how soft it is, does it have any buttons, what texture does it have, what color does it have. So spending time touching that product or that item really helps to connect back to your body into this present moment. And then leave this product at the shop and go out. So we're not just spending time at the shop doing nothing and waiting for the anxiety to come back. And it's not about distracting ourselves by touching something. It's actually bringing our awareness more to this present moment. A few days later, actually, her husband suggested that they would go to like an open market. And when she was there, she actually went to a shop and saw some dresses that she likes. She touched it, she touched the fabric, she tried that on, and then she left the shop. For her, the touch was such a good anchoring point to remind her to be in this present moment and not in her anxious mind. And she actually managed to enjoy her time in the open market. But she wouldn't have been able to do that if we didn't practice it beforehand. Practicing is such an important part of it. It allows the body to experience this uncomfortable feeling without feeling overwhelmed. And if you'd like more anxiety relief tips, watch my next video.